Alright, I unplugged the dehumidifier, so this video is going to be a little quieter than most of them. My portion of the basement is done. Everything's ship-shape, it's all really nice. And now my family has decided to tackle the rest of it, so it's going to be messy for another couple weeks. Great. But we're really cleaning up that back corner. There used to be crap all over it, and now instead it's all over the middle section. They asked me to use the air compressor to blow off the dust on the majority of this stuff, so then it can either be stored or given away. And we organized a bunch back there too. Oh, hey, she made me a cup of darts. That was nice. What did I want to talk about? Couple things. Alright, I guess we should start here. The giveaway was done, and I do have a winner. The name is NBK Liam, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I have messaged you. You haven't messaged me back yet, so I'm going to message you again on the Unit 13 channel instead of the... Oh, that's for that one. Instead of the Free Long Shot channel. If he doesn't answer within a week, then I'm going to do another drawing. But the total number of entries is 1204. So I have that written down, so any entry after that won't count. Don't worry about it. So that's the winner for that. Congratulations. I wanted to go over contracts. I have 5 or 6 contracts pending right now. 2 of them I know are definite. They're setting up PayPal accounts, so I'm waiting for payment. If you are thinking about getting a contract in, message me literally as soon as possible, because I've already lined the first month for contracts. So if you want anything at all done this summer, I need to know like right now so I can pencil you in. Otherwise, a lot of people want my work, and I don't have eternity. So if you want something done, message me quickly. That's just a reminder for that. Now I want to go over a paint job that I've only started, but it's about halfway done for this Vulcan project. Now, actually, a little more exposition first. The theme of the paint job was the death machine from COD, so I looked at that a little bit, and then I looked at just classic military machine guns and, Gatling guns. And they all had this kind of black, but also like a brushed aluminum and steel look to them. So what I went for here was, we needed orange on this blaster, on the tips, but I figured they'd look dumb if it was just the tips and everything else was, black and steel colored. So I'm incorporating orange throughout the entire blaster, but I do not have orange brush paint yet. So right now it's just the steel and the gray, which you'll see in a minute. I figured just steel and orange would be too different contrasting. So what I'm doing is, well, let me show you. There's this gray color. This was all done with airbrush. There's this gray color, which is really nice. And then this black, which was brushed over with, bolt gun metal, which comes out to this really nice chrome-ish color, which I did with the airbrush. Now this is way too bright of an orange for that. So the orange is going to get a black wash to it, which essentially means a wash is similar to an ink. It's a Games Workshop coloration, and if that's not enough, I'm going to spray a little gray over it to fade the orange. So it's not going to be that bright. I have the idea of how it's going to look in my mind, and it's going to be pretty cool. You'll see. But let's go over the shells. I'll bring it under heavier lighting. So this gray kind of chops up just the silverish look. Now this was a little more silver than I had originally planned for, but it actually looks nice. I like it. So that's that side. And the way I did this is I taped up parts of the shell and then airbrushed in this gray. So what's really nice about the airbrush is you don't get brush marks, and it's all one fine flowing color, which is really, really cool. Let's move to the other side. Oop, wire's caught. So same sort of thing. The exhaust port I did gray, but the exhaust pipe itself is this nice chrome color, which my camera isn't really picking up very well, but it looks nice. I'll take some still pictures of it, see if those come out any better. Here's the exhaust pipe, which is not as much chrome, which I thought would be cool for this to stand out a little bit, so it's more black than the others. That I'm going to patch up. It's where the airbrush spat out a little bit too much paint. But this is just the first coats of stuff. Touch-ups are on their way. This is the support bar. So I added a little gray to mix in with the chrome black color, just to mix it up a bit so it wasn't all drab. Here's the barrel guard. Now, there's something interesting about this piece that I haven't gone over before, which I'll show you in just a minute. I need two hands to do it. But I painted these side panels gray, again, just to have some coloration, so it's not all just one solid color. And again, you won't even see that because it's physically buried inside the shell, so that orange won't be there. That looks really nice. And last but certainly not least, here are the barrels. Now, each of the barrels is going to have a mud flap girl on it. So, my girlfriend is actually helping me out making the stencils. So she's cutting them out, and then I'm going to airbrush them in white. And that's going to be very distinctive on the end of the barrel. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape everything off. So all this is going to be taped, except for this last portion here. And I have this, somewhere in here, this like ridiculously bright orange color. Somewhere. Well, is it this? No, that's the cap for it, but that's not it. Well, it's up there somewhere. This really, really vibrant orange, because the tips do have to be standard orange color, but the way I have everything in my mind where I want to fade the orange, I think it's going to look really cool because it's going to get brighter as it proceeds into the blaster. But we'll see how that turns out. Client doesn't like it, I can always redo it, obviously. So, these paints need about another 5 days till they actually seep into the plastic, and I can put the orange on before that, but I need to wait that time period before I can do the whatever it is on it, the clear coat. And then once I clear coat it, I can reassemble everything, show you how it looks. So expect a video on that no earlier than next Monday, but you know, probably not that early because it troubleshooting, stuff like that. I'll be as quick about it as I can. Don't know if I updated you on this sign, but it's finished. All I have to do is blacken out the edges like that. Bottom edge is nice and thick. I just need to do that to the other edges. I started in, I have a potential contract here, and I have a bunch of people that want a singled long shot, so I just went ahead and started singling one, which is right here. I've got the whole plunger set up on it and the springs and everything. Nice strong springs in it. Haven't started cutting up the shell yet, but I have an angel breech that I didn't do. I actually bought from a member on Nerf Haven, and it's awful. So I'm going to cut this apart and strip it down for parts. Probably tomorrow. Don't feel like messing with it tonight. But I can get the back black end from it, which can help me make another breech of my own. Is there anything else down here I was supposed to talk about? Oh yeah, I haven't moved the sander yet. I need my dad's help for that because I'm not going to do the electrical wiring up there because, you know, our fuse box is right there, and if I blow a fuse, I'm in trouble. So, I think that's everything. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I rambled a little bit, but get a nice long update today. See you guys soon. Alright, so I wanted to go over this piece real quick. This was secured in a couple different ways. It has this 90-degree angle. It has this initial line of epoxy putty and super glue, and there was hot glue that held over both those to hold it in place while it dried. Then it has the second triangle truss, not really a truss, but a triangle support on the bottom. This actually physically feeds back into the shell, and then these two epoxy putty ports right there. So these two will take a ton of beating and not disconnect. Now here's the fun part about this. This is a 1/8 inch polycarb sheet. Now 1/4 inch is normally the stress rating we use because it doesn't bend or break under pressure, which is great for like making a foregrip. But things like this, you actually do want a slight bit of flex in. Now this was completely unintentional, but it's very nice that it happened. So you can see that. This plate actually bends. And you might think, oh, that's awful. But that's actually really good structurally, because when this gets inputted into the Vulcan, something hits this bottom part really hard. This back plate is screwed into the Vulcan. So instead of fracturing the glue, it simply bends for the half second that there's stress on it, and then it goes right back into place. So that, I believe, is called a flex plate. So I'm going to be starting to use more and more designs like this for my cosmetic modifications, because it's really good, you know, structurally, so things don't snap. And it's not like it just bends under a finger. You have to actually put some pressure into it, but so it won't bend under its own weight, but it does the job. It's really nice. So that's that. I just wanted to show you that real quick.